What up, my man in society? It is your host with the most, Shadow Loke, back at you with another video. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It's absolutely free. That is how you help my channel get into the algorithm. Highly appreciate if you go ahead and do that. Now, what I wanted to discuss was the Ryan Garcia and the Danny Trejo incidents, right? The Ryan Garcia, racist, rant, and Danny Trejo's fight, right? Because it has the same, similar message I wanted to get behind it, right? Which is, we'll start off first with the Ryan Garcia one, right? His racist rant, because that's what it is. It's a racist rant. He said that people were tripping and that he's not going to apologize because he feel like, he didn't say nothing wrong, even though he did. He was addressing black folks as, the ER, the N word with the ER, right? And saying how, F George Floyd and, bring him back, for they could murder that ER again. You know what I'm saying? Now, you can have your way of how you want to view the incident with George Floyd, right? If you think, it was justified or unjustified, or, he was a good citizen that deserved better, or if he was a drug addict who got what he deserved, right? But the fact that you're addressing him as the ER term, and not only that, but saying how they should bring him back to life just to kill him again in itself is idiotic, bro. And then to say that you're not in the wrong here, or that apologize for what, for, like I said, you're entitled to think and live and say whatever you want in this world. It's a free country. It's America, right? So you're entitled to, view it like that. But don't be mad when now people are looking to take action, right? Or don't want to fuck with you, right? And then be now bitching and crying about why people don't mess with you, or why people think that you're in the wrong here. Just like you have your entitlement and to say whatever you want and live how you is, so do they, to not fuck with you and to not want to, bit the living dog shit out of you. You know what I mean? Because, the raza doesn't, got nobody's back like that, right? Especially if you know the history about our raza to, now refer to these individuals like that. And you know what you're doing, right? Because you know how what that word means and the weight that it holds when people use it, and you gave no fucks, right? Disrespecting them and their people, their culture, and what they strongly believe in, right? And the injustice and the mistreatment. You know what I mean? You can't tell them how they should feel or react to something, right? Just because even though there's been injustice to our people and you feel like, we have handled it different, right? That doesn't give you the right to tell them how they should feel and what they should do. You're not a part of their culture. You're stepping out of line, out of bounds. Now, what Stephen Jackson had said, right, the NBA player, right, he had said, he's just a boxer, he should stick to that because, the boys out here, they don't play. Now, people were like, man, he does have street ties to him. He is from the streets, right? But people were like, man, what does this guy know and what they won't know? But he was telling the truth, bro. You're a good fighter. You're a boxer. So, of course, he's going to be down for shit or down to squabble with anybody. But like how he said, out here, they don't play by those rules. Out here, they don't play by no rules. You could be the best fighter in the world. That's fine. Punches can't stop bullets. And talking reckless like that, you will have people coming for your head. Out here, don't think that these individuals won't handle business. These individuals will handle business, bro. They are about their shit, homie. They have witted individuals, amongst them. Don't think that they don't. They will blow your top off, bro. Just give them a reason. You know what I mean? And that goes for anybody out there, for any ethnicity. That's why you should treat everyone's, cultures with respect and not talk so foolishly and thinking that you're making sense or you're being, rational, because you're not. You know what I mean? That was an embarrassment, rant that he did for himself. Made himself look stupid as fuck. You know what I'm saying? I don't see how anybody could stand behind this individual and his way of thinking, right? Or what he said. I mean, because in all true reality, blame it on the alcohol, blame it on whatever you want, bro. Doesn't change the fact that you said it, what you said. You can say, well, they kill each other and they don't show each other respect and all this and that. Yeah, fine and dandy. But that's amongst their culture. You're not a part of their culture. You know what I mean? So what makes you think that, or what made you think, or made you feel that you have the right to tell them how they should feel and how they should, carry themselves amongst their culture? That's like them going to Mexico and now telling you how you guys should handle your culture. That's crazy. Anyway, so out there, you can be a boxer, famous and everything. Out there, the streets don't care, bro. You're just another casualty. Money can't protect you. Nobody's untouchable out there. Anybody could be touched. No matter how famous, how important, they can all be touched. You know? People ain't bulletproof. So no matter how good of a fighter you are, if they're looking to blow your top off. That's why you gotta carry yourself with respect. Same now with the Danny Trejo incident. It's a little bit more different, right? He was at a parade, 4th of July parade, right there in the Valle, right? And he ended up, in a fight, right? He got socked up, And Danny Trejo's another boxer, right? And apparently, what happened is that he was driving, and apparently, someone threw a water balloon, right? And hey, Danny Trejo, he got out of the car mad, confronted a group of individuals, and then a fight broke out. Like I said, every action is gonna have a reaction. You gotta prepare yourself for that, because it doesn't matter how famous you are, how much money you have, who you think you are, how good of a fighter, who whatever. The streets do not care. The streets don't give a fuck if you're famous. They don't care if you have wealth. They don't care. You are just another casualty that can be touched. Don't think that you won't be touched, or that you can't be touched, or that they will not touch you. Anybody could get touched, bro. The streets don't give a fuck about your background. That's why people have to always keep that in mind before, reacting, right? Because it was a water balloon. It wasn't that much of a big deal. But Danny Trejo's from the streets, right? So I could see why he was, he felt disrespected and he wanted to handle business. You know what I mean? And even though people say, oh, he's old, he shouldn't have done that, or they should just let that be, or how's they gonna do that to a person? Like I said, the streets don't give a fuck. And Danny Trejo knows that, and he still reacted, feeling like he had to defend his. That's just how it is when it's just installed in you. Even though he's, now open all these businesses and movies and all that, it's still who he is, though, nonetheless, right? That doesn't go away, right? You are how you are. That is how he was bred. So this is just, it's not a big deal, right? To him, it's probably like, hey, it comes with the territory, right? So people just gotta, just learn to accept that, because out there, the streets don't give a fuck. Because then people are like, okay, they're probably just doing it for fun, right? But now he wants to come at us all crazy. Then after that, then they don't give a fuck who he is or what, It's just another obstacle in the way. They're just gonna handle business. Because there's a lot of people out there that think that they're tough, or think that, and they talk recklessly, like if they can't be touched. Picture me being scared of another individual that breathes the same air as me. Same things that can make me bleed can make you bleed. And no amount of money and all that's going to change that in the world. Even individuals, when they want to, like out here, and people, be like, oh, well, he was on a level 4 yard, or he did, 15 years. You think when people are walking up to individuals and are asking them, hey, what yard were you in? What level yard were you in? Or how much time did you do? They don't ask no question. They just blow your dome off. All that is going to be irrelevant. It's not going to play no factor out there. It's not going to mean a damn thing, bro. Because out there, they're not giving a fuck, and they're not asking. Like, hey, homie. Hey, who are them vatos? Hey, what level yard were you in? Oh, he was on a level 4 guy, so let him go. They're not going to give a fuck. They're going to blow your shit off. So don't think that you're high and mighty. Because no amount of wealth, skills, or, history is going to change that. Because the streets don't give a fuck. Unless you're somebody of, certain status, then that's a little bit different. I mean, they still won't give a fuck. They could still take action, but there'll be consequences to that, right? But like I'm saying, anybody can be touched. So watch how you carry yourself, and watch what you say. Tongue is the greatest weapon. It could create wars. It could end wars. So learn how to maneuver it. Control your tongue. Don't let your tongue control you. I'm just saying, what are your thoughts? Leave it in the comments and shout it. We out.